May the 4th be with you.
The 4th be with you.
This is your first May the 4th as like a Star Wars character that has been on the screen. Does it hit different this year? I know it's kind of weird because we're all stuck at home, but does it hit different this year?
Oh, definitely. It hits different. I actually didn't, I kind of had known about May the 4th and stuff, but not properly. So I've been racking my brain trying to think of things I can do at home to like celebrate May the 4th and try and share it on my Instagram page. I've been actually concentrating on some of my own projects, which is really cool because off of the back of last year, which was a great year, I was going into to do 2 more projects like back to back, and I'm a writer and I want to make stuff as well. So in a way, it's like to try and make a lemonade out of lemons. I've found more time to concentrate on my own stuff while we're all trying to figure out what this new normal is going to be.
Rise of Skywalker came out in December. How has your life changed since the release of the film?
You know what? I'll be honest, not that much.
Yeah.
In a loveliest way, and like, people have received it and they're watching it, and I think there's a thing of, in the industry, obviously it's really helped, and I've been able to attach myself to really cool projects before all of this happened. That was really cool and exciting. But actually, I live in London, and I was hoping, and my bet was right, that actually, like, where I live in London, no one notices it's me. I think that's partially because I'm not walking around with a cape on. I think that helps.
Yeah. I feel like Star Wars is one of those unique things where a lot of the actors, like, if somebody approaches you, it's like they are a massive Star Wars fan versus like, that's like celebrity, you know what I mean?
It's like, it's exactly that, I think, as well. The biggest thing that I absolutely adore is whenever I see like artists and fans who make like fan art of Jannah. That's like super cool. Like, I always like those when I see them on Instagram.
John Boyega tweeted that your character stole Finn's heart, and he thinks there was like a romantic connection there.
I didn't see that. I don't have Twitter, but yeah, like, I was actually saying that the other day because I remember us being on set and like trying to like get JJ to let us do more like kind of like romantically charged stuff on set, and obviously like it didn't work with the story, but we were just like, oh my gosh, the chemistry is so good that we just want to like play with it more. And yeah, we had so much fun doing that. Like, my best days were with John on that set, and yeah, it was cool. There could have been something there, but then oh my gosh, that's like Finn with like 3 love interests.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a lot of ladies. JJ is like super like collaborative anyway, so we were like throwing in lines here and there that gave it a little energy and stuff like that, and I think naturally as well, because their storylines are so kind of interlinked, and they find that out, that actually everything we did after that felt full of that kind of chemistry and energy. And obviously that's the funniest thing about like coming in as a character with characters who are already established. There's an established storyline that's already going on, so by the end, you watch the film and you go, oh yeah, that's definitely the way it goes. But me and John were just really cheeky on set, so we'd just be like, JJ, let us do it. Let's just do it, and if it falls on the cutting room floor, it falls on the cutting room floor. Let's just try it out anyway.
There's a lot of talk about a Jannah spinoff.
Yeah.
And another tweet I don't know if you've seen is that Billy D. Williams also tweeted in support of it, that he wants you to have a spinoff.
Billy! That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, like, I was really flattered by that. Like, I came into the film under the impression that was it, and obviously the creators of Star Wars moving forward have so many plans for Star Wars. I personally don't know whether they involve Jannah or not, but if it's just the fact that there are people out there who would like that, that's super flattering to me as an actor and as someone who's given their best shot in a universe that is like so vast. So it always puts a smile on my face when I hear people ask, like, is there going to be a spin-off and stuff like that? Because it's like, oh, cool, you want to see more of Jannah? That's awesome.
in every iteration of the Star Wars saga, every chapter, like every end actually is the new beginning of the next story. And to me, I feel like that was the new story. Like that's the part where you're, ooh, let's find out. Like there was the moment with Lando and Jannah at the end, which people interpreted in a lot of different ways.
Yeah. That is exactly it. I think I remember saying in a particular interview, I can't remember which now, but like I think it's nice to think of, especially like as a black character, a black female character in this, that you can imagine a character like her leading off on her own adventures and being the kind of leader of her own choices and stories, and that's something really to be celebrated. I think like it's just the beginning, and what I really hope is that even if it's not Jannah who has a spin-off, that we just really start like expanding on this idea of diversity that Star Wars has really started to embrace in these last films, and that we start seeing more characters from many different places come together to fight some sort of great evil.
Yeah. Do you think that Jannah and Lando are father and daughter, or do you have a favorite theory about that?
I love the theory that they're father and daughter. I really do, and I think like I like to, yeah. I think that's the coolest one. How it happens and how they were separated and stuff like that would have to be explored, and I think is being explored in some sort of canon. I heard.
I know in like, I think it's like the visual dictionary, they say Lando lost his infant daughter and was looking for her, and then the trail went cold, and then he meets Jannah and he's like,
was you? Yeah, I like, but I also like the way it ended, that it's kind of ambiguous, that you don't really know. You know, I sat, you know, obviously before filming, I know everything, but I'm still, you know.
Yeah. And I guess if it's not like officially out there, it could change too. So
exactly, like who knows? I think that's the great thing. Like who knows where the story can go? But I think that is my favorite one, just to give Lando a really nice, you know, happy ending that he deserves, and have some family. I think that's, to me, that makes me feel good and brings like a nice round circle to his story.
you mentioned your writing, so like what are you working on? What can you tell us about what's coming up for you next?
So I kind of, my background was kind of in theatre making, but I'm kind of transferring those skills into film and TV. So at the moment I'm working on a few things that I can't talk about. I'm so sorry. But
Okay.
but they feel super positive, and right now it's just me and my laptop, and it's not much more than that. But you know, hopefully in the next year things will start to get underway about being able to share it with a wider audience of people. But right now I'm just enjoying like listening to music and typing away and having a burger.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it, and it's lovely to talk to you.
Talk to you too. Take
And
care.
you too. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.